Hi there, Mini Mind Lab explorers. Welcome back to another awesome episode where we answer some of the world's coolest questions. Today, I have a poppin' question for you. Are you ready to find out? Why does popcorn pop? That's right, the tasty, fluffy treat we all love when watching movies. Have you ever wondered what makes it pop? Why doesn't it just stay a regular, hard little kernel? Let's dive into the science and discover how popcorn goes from tiny kernels to a fluffy snack. All right, first, let's imagine a single little popcorn kernel. Look how tiny it is. It might feel hard and dry if you were to hold it, but there's actually something pretty amazing hidden inside each one. Each kernel has a tiny bit of water inside it. Yep, even though it seems dry, there's a little drop of water right in the center, surrounded by something called starch, which is like the soft stuff you'd find inside a potato. So, what happens when you heat up a popcorn kernel? Imagine you're outside on a really warm day. If it gets too hot, you might start feeling super warm, maybe even a bit sweaty. Well, inside that popcorn kernel, the tiny drop of water gets hot too. So hot that it starts to turn into steam. Steam is like the mist you'd see when you breathe out on a cold day, or when water boils on the stove. When the water inside the kernel turns to steam, it pushes really hard on the tough shell of the kernel, building up more and more pressure. And finally, pop! The kernel bursts open, and that steam puffs up the soft, starchy part inside, flipping it all inside out. And that, my friends, is how we get popcorn. Isn't that awesome? That hard, tiny kernel suddenly becomes big and fluffy just because of the heat and pressure. Inside, all that starchy stuff has turned into the fluffy popcorn we love to eat. And the cool thing is, each little kernel has the right amount of water and starch to make it pop when it gets hot enough. Here's a fun question. Why doesn't all corn pop like this? Why don't we see popcorn on the cob? It turns out that only special popcorn kernels have a tough shell with the right amount of water and starch inside to make them burst open. Regular corn, like the kind you eat on the cob, has a different kind of shell, so it won't pop no matter how much you heat it. Now that we know why popcorn pops, let's imagine what it's like to actually pop some kernels. If we turn up the heat, we'd see the kernels start to move around, building up pressure until they finally burst. Can you picture the sound of the popping? It's like little fireworks going off, pop, pop, pop. All that steam and pressure causes them to burst open, turning into delicious fluffy popcorn. Now that we know the science behind popcorn, here are some fun facts about it. Did you know people have been eating popcorn for thousands of years? Popcorn was even found in ancient caves, so it's been a favorite snack for a very long time. The USA is one of the biggest popcorn producers in the world. Popcorn is super popular here and loved at movie theaters, fairs, and even at home. Popcorn can actually be a healthy snack if you don't add too much butter or sugar. Plain popcorn is full of fiber, which is good for your body. So, next time you're munching on a bowl of popcorn, you'll know the amazing science behind every fluffy piece. Thanks for watching, Mini Mind Lab explorers. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next time for more awesome science adventures.